Blake is, I know Blake well because we work together. We're partners with, business partners with My Social Practice. And I'll just give you his quick bio and my thoughts about Blake. Blake's not probably, he is definitely the social media maven in probably the medical industry, I would say. I don't know anybody that understands social media marketing as well as he does, and he's a brilliant designer. He's the president of My Social Practice, and he graduated from the advertising program at Brigham Young University. He's won a ton of awards, international awards in art direction, advertising, creative advertising, marketing strategies. He's very passionate about helping dental practices in out-of-the-box thinking, and he's just a fantastic guy. Just recently got married a few years ago and brand new baby, and I just have tons of respect for Blake. So he's going to be talking about some do's and don'ts of how you should be publishing and online through your social media accounts, what you should be doing in terms of a digital marketing strategy right now during this pandemic. And so Blake, the stage is yours, man.
All right. Thanks, Adrian. I appreciate that introduction. Even after working with you every day, you still have nice things to say about me. So I really appreciate that. All right. Well, I'm thankful for this opportunity to speak to you today. I want to talk about some really applicable ways that you can be using social media right now in your office. And that's why the title is 10 Ways Dentists Can Effectively Use Social Media During Social Distancing. Just a little bit about My Social Practice. We consider ourselves the #1 comprehensive social media marketing solution for dental practices. We've been in the industry for over 10 years now. We've worked with thousands of dental practices, specifically with social media marketing and how to use Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the social media platforms to really grow your practice and build relationships. We've partnered with some of the top industry leaders in the dental industry, and we really practice what we preach. On our Facebook page, we have over 90,000 followers. On Instagram, we have over 24,000 followers. On Google, we have over 375 5-star reviews. So we really dive in and learn how to use all of these tools, and it's really helped our business grow. Many of you probably follow us on Facebook or Instagram and see the things that we post, and we really appreciate that. If you don't, we encourage you to follow us on our social media accounts. This was a meme. We love memes at My Social Practice, and this was a meme that that I saw the other day. It says, when everyone else is working from home, but you're in dentistry and can't work from home. Probably a lot of you feel this way right now. Here's another meme that I saw. This was actually a TikTok. Some of you might have heard of TikTok. Some dentists are using it right now. And this was a TikTok by Third Noel. She's a dental professional, maybe a hygienist, and she posted.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was.
So I love her face there. She says, when you're out of work until June due to coronavirus, and you know it's important, but you miss being in dentistry. So again, a lot of you probably feel this way right now. It is a tough time in dentistry. But I want you to consider this time a little bit differently right now. Seth Godin is a marketing guru that I follow. I've been following him for years. I love what he posts. And this was a blog post he did just recently. He said, this is the perfect moment for generous connection. Going way beyond the news of the day, we have the chance to create intimate digital interactions that last. It's a significant posture shift, one which might change who you see when you look in the mirror. We might not be able to do anything about external events, but we have control of our actions. Sometimes it's hard to stare right into that opportunity because it comes with a lot of responsibility. What will you learn today? Who will you teach? So I want you to consider this time as really an opportunity you have to reach out to the people you care about, your patients, your team members, and really build these relationships. We can't control what's going on in the world right now, but we can control what we do personally. And social media is the tool right now that will really help us accomplish a lot of these things with our patients. So at My Social Practice, when we talk about social media marketing, specifically for dental practices, we focus on what we call the 3 R's of dental social media marketing. The first is reach. Social media helps you reach new people in your community, whether it's patients or potential patients. The second is relationships. Social media helps you build relationships with your current patients, as well as potential patients, as well as team members, as well as people in the community. It's a great way to digitally create relationships. And third is reputation. Reviews is obviously a great way to show your reputation in the community, but also your reputation as your practice culture and how your team looks at you. Social media is a great way to strengthen that reputation. So as you think about those 3 things, I want you to think about what everybody's doing right now with social distancing. They're sitting on their couch and they're on social media. There's stats right now that show that social media is at an all-time high of usage of Facebook and Instagram. Everybody is at home and they're connecting with family and friends and seeing what's going on and getting updates about COVID-19 on social media. So social distancing really means more social media. We like to call it physical distancing, not social distancing, because you're just physically distancing yourself from each other, but you can still connect socially. Now is the time for a social media strategy. I would say more than any time, social media has always been important, but you have the opportunity right now to develop a social media strategy and how you're going to work with your team and how your team's going to work together to create the social media strategy. When you don't have a ton to do and you're at home in quarantine, I want you to be thinking about this strategy that you want to develop. And we're at My Social Practice, we're here to help you with that strategy. So tip number 1, use the right wording and tone when you post about this. Don't make it scary. We've seen, as some of these posts show, some really scary looking posts that say important notice in red and do not enter this building in red and a big stop sign. And these are all the things that you should watch for. And it's, creating a scary type of post. There's already enough of this on social media. People know what's going on. People know that offices are closed or working on temporary closure or a modified schedule. There's no need to make this message a scary message. We advise to keep your posts short, simple, and easy to read, especially when there's so much content and people are skimming past things. So here is just a little caption that we've created that you can follow as a guideline. It says, "To our patients, as you know, your care and safety and the safety of our team is our top priority. As recommendations are changing rapidly regarding social distancing and congregating, if you have any questions regarding your dental care or have urgent concerns, please give us a call or send us a direct message. We are here for you and we'll make sure that your needs are taken care of. Thank you for being our patient." And then in red, I added what you'd want to add to this is all the ways that your patients and people can contact you, whether it's through Facebook messaging, texting, phone calls, virtual consults. List all the ways. And every single post that you do, make sure to list the ways that you're available, okay? Next, if you have one statement that you feel is your overall statement about this, even though things are changing rapidly, we advise you to keep posting updates, but pin that message to the top of your Facebook page. So there's 3 little dots on your post. If you click on that, there's a little area that says pin to the top of your page. So that will show up at the very top of your page. When people go check things out, they can see what your overall statement is. And you can change that every once in a while as well. All right, post non-threatening graphics. If you post a graphic with that statement, again, we advise they're not red and scary. They're graphics like this. And we've created a bunch of graphics that you can use. We've made these available to everybody. I will share a link in the comment stream on this webinar. so that you can download these graphics and have them for your office. One of the graphics even has that statement that I just talked about. We're also providing a blog post template for you. This just gives you a starting point of what to write on a blog, or if you want to do a little bit longer type of post. You could link to this blog post from your Facebook page or from your Instagram account, so if people want more information. As you can see, there's little areas of this blog template that are red that you can customize depending on what your local laws are, or what's happening in your local area. So we've seen people use this template. Here's an example of a blog post that was done on Dynamic Smile Design's website. This website actually put it as a pop-up on their main screen. So they took our blog post and they customized it. And then when anybody ever visit their website, this would just pop up automatically for more information about what's going on. So again, I'll include that link so that you can download this template. All right, one other little tip about, well, number 2 is tell how you are available. And one tip to do that is when you make a post on Facebook, there's an option at the bottom that says get messages. If you click on that, it will add a little bar to the bottom of your caption that'll add a button to your post that says send message. This just allows someone right from the feed to send you a direct message on Facebook if they have any questions. It just shows that you are available for them in a quick and easy way. If you do that, make sure that your notifications are turned on in Facebook for comments and messages. So if you go to the back end of Facebook in settings, you go to notifications, there's places where you can receive an email notification or a text message notification or a direct message notification every time someone sends you a message. It's really important that you respond quickly as people ask you questions and send you messages, so it shows that you're available for them. Now, one thing that's being talked about a lot, I've watched a lot of webinars, is virtual appointments in teledentistry. This is an option. This is up to you if you want to add this to a way that you are available. There's 2 ways to do this. One way that I've seen is, like this one on screen here, is a patient would upload photos of their teeth, and then you would get that in a form, and then you would create a video of your suggestions about what you would suggest to that patient from the photos that they submit. So that's one way to do it. The other way to do it is if you want to do actual video chats with your patients during this time. And there's a really easy way to set this up. There's 2 accounts that you'd want to create to do this. One is Calendly. So if you go to calendly.com, you can set up a free account. And this allows you to create your own schedule around this. So you can say, I want to speak with my patients from 9 a.m. to 12 every day, and you can create that schedule so patients can only schedule times during those time slots. And then you're going to want to set up a Zoom account. Just like we have here, you can set up a free Zoom account. I know HIPAA is being pretty lenient on a lot of the communication that's going on between patients and doctors right now, but they also have a package that's just for healthcare professionals. So if you go to zoom.com/healthcare, you could sign up for that package, and they offer, they have you sign a business associate agreement, and there's a few things in there that just makes it extra secure for healthcare professionals. So one thing, if you're worried about that, you can look into the healthcare. But what that will do is you can integrate Calendly with Zoom, and there's an integration so they talk to each other. So when someone schedules an appointment on Calendly, it automatically subscribes or schedules the appointment in Zoom, and then Zoom takes care of all the notifications. So just like you got a notification for this webinar today, 10 minutes before, or you can add it to your calendar or whatever, is what Zoom would do for you. So this is a really easy, simple, free, you can even set up a free account way to do video chats and some teledentistry in that way. All right, another way that we have seen doctors have shown that they are available, and this might be something you can do, but maybe not, are curbside pickups. As you know, a lot of restaurants are doing curbside pickup right now, and these dentists and orthodontists have figured out a fun way to do a curbside pickup for them. So these are actually orthodontic practices that are providing their elastics outside in a box there, and they just created a post that said, hey, if you need your elastics, come by and pick them up. They'll be just outside of our office. Another dental practice did the same idea. Corning Dental Associates wrote this: need a toothbrush or toothpaste? If you or a loved one is sick and needs a new toothbrush and you don't want to go to the store, or if you simply just run out, we'll have toothbrushes and toothpaste outside our office door daily. We hope this helps keep people out of the stores and at home. And then a comment on this post says, love how you are staying in touch with your patients. Thank you. And then, wow, helping out our community. This is what it's all about, being there for each other through this trying season. So again, I talked about the 3 R's, right? Relationships, reputation. This is just a great way to do that. If you can in your community, I understand that in some places you probably couldn't do this, but this might be an option for you. All right, next, make it personal. Post a personal video or go live, and you can do this on Instagram or on Facebook. Let me show you a couple examples that we've seen.
Hi everybody, I want you to be aware that at Beverage Dental we are practicing social distancing, so we will not be in office, but we are available for emergencies and for any questions that you may have. If you call our number 408-267-2303, you'll be forwarded to the doctor on call if you have an emergency. Otherwise, please message us on Facebook, on Instagram. One of us, Dr. Beverage or I, will get back to you right away if you have any questions about how to take care of yourself during this time. Any dental questions, want to know how things are going and how we can best help you, please just shoot us a message, and we're here for you 24/7, okay?
All right, here's one.
Hi, this is Dr. Jack Von Buell, Temple City Dental Care. And I'm just reaching out to you guys to let you know that we're here for you. We'll be here. We'll have a modified schedule for this week, next week, and the following week. We're pretty much just following the precautions set down by the American Dental Association, the California Dental Association, and the Governor of California. We see you guys as family. We're here for you. If you call us at 626-285-3161, you'll have a friendly, familiar voice at the other end of the phone, and they'll be here to support and do whatever we need to do to help you guys. We see you as family. We're here for you, and we'll get through this together. So thanks, and don't hesitate calling us. Bye.
All right, something that you might notice from both of these, neither one of them said necessarily we're closed right now. They just offered ways that they are available, and they said they're there for them, they see them as family, and they care about them, and then they show their faces. I think people like to see your faces. They like to see that you're personal and that you're available for them. Sometimes dentists think that you have to have a real, all the lights set up perfectly and all polished before you go on camera. Videos like this are more relatable. And people like this. That's why Instagram stories is so popular right now, is because people just turn their camera around and just talk from their hearts. And so I understand that this is maybe uncomfortable for some people, but as you try it and get started with it, you'll become more and more comfortable as you just speak from your heart, just as if you were talking to a patient directly. So here's some more examples of some doctors that have done the same thing. You can see the comments, he's the best. They're able to respond to those comments and build that relationship. One of them says, you're a good leader. Maybe this is a team member that works with one of the doctors. So again, those personal relationships. One other idea is to be relatable. And there's a lot of ways that you can do this. We've seen practices take a screenshot of their Zoom chats that they have in the morning together. And this just shows your team unity. It shows you're all still working together. You're all still friends through all of this. You're thinking of new ways that you can serve your patients, and kind of a fun way to show what you're doing during this time. Show what you're doing at home. It's okay to show what's going on at home and the side of you that's not in the office. What's your family doing? What do you do? What books are you reading? Are you doing puzzles? Are you playing with your kids? Or you're baking things? One comment that I saw on these posts that I thought was great, it says, Take care, be safe, and let me know when I can have my teeth cleaned. To which the doctor responded, we will definitely be contacting you as soon as we can. Stay safe and healthy. So not only does it build this relationship, but it keeps things top of mind for your patients as they think about what they're going to do after all of this is over. They will remember as they see your post that they need to schedule an appointment. This was a great post I saw from Corning Dental Associates. Their doctor said, happy Monday, it's tooth time. We're making crafts today. And let me just show you real quick.
Good morning and welcome to another segment of Tooth Time. I'm here with my buddies Roxy and Riley, and today we thought we'd do some crafts. So the first craft that we worked on, we took some construction paper and some glue and some of these yummy mini marshmallows, and we made this little mouth. We glued the tongue on and we glued the teeth. We left a couple of them not glued so that you could...
All right, so it's kind of fun, you get the idea. So you'll see the comments here. Thank you today, Dr. Merriweather. You and Danielle were my heroes today. And the doctor responded, thanks so much, Florence. We appreciate the kind words more than you know. We hope you feel better and stay healthy. And then thank you for keeping everyone connected. Love you. Hugs to my pups. So this is kind of a fun idea of what they're doing. Can everybody hear me okay? I see a comment that says, can anyone else not hear the audio? Adrian, can you hear me okay?
Hey, I can hear it, but we've had about 3 or 4 comments that the audio is not pulling through from your videos.
Okay, from the videos.
Well, yeah, I think your voice is coming through fine. It's just the audio on the videos. Just so everybody knows, if you are unable to hear it, we're going to be sending out the entire recording, and the audio will be in the recording for sure. But Blake, if you do your best to try and see if you can get the audio to pull through, that'd be great.
Yeah, I think
well, now that everybody's saying the audio's fine, so it might be the local computers.
Okay.
The local. Yeah, I think you're fine. You're fine.
Okay, on some of my videos, maybe it's not coming through, but I'm glad they can hear me. Okay, another idea is, I just saw this the other day, our friends and clients at Mountain West Dentist, they are awesome and they do some great things. They did a Facebook Live of them showing their musical talents. I thought this was so great, and they had 77 people engage with it, 99 comments, 894 views, and they're calling this Sunday Sessions. And they just play their violin and piano for the community. And one of the comments says, very nice, thank you so much for sharing your talents with the community, to which they responded, thank you, and thank goodness for technology that allows us to do this. So again, the technology is there. Think about what you do well and what talents you have to share with your community, and maybe go live and share that with people that, even though this is not dentistry related, that's okay, you're building relationships. These practices had everybody hold a sign that says, something, stay home, stay safe, we love you, we miss you, and take a photo, and then someone put it together in a little collage and posted that. And as you can see from their caption, it says, what have you been up to lately? Drop a photo or emoji to show us. We hope you are staying well and staying home. And then again, in every post that you do, make sure to include your contact information. If you have a dental emergency, please call, text. We are still here to help. My Social Practice is providing, with those graphics that I talked about earlier, we are providing some printable social signs. If you know My Social Practice well, we created this idea of social signs that you can take photos with. And so you can print these signs at off your home printer and take photos of team members at home with their family and post that on your account. So again, I'll include that link. Adrian, maybe you could drop that in the link to that in the chat stream.
Yeah, I've dropped it in the chat a couple times.
Oh, great, okay. So here is some of the signs you can print for photos. All right, number 5, find ways to serve. This is a quote by Mr. Rogers, and I grew up with Mr. Rogers and love Mr. Rogers. And he said, when I was a young boy, I would see scary things in the news. My mother would say to me, look for the helpers. You will always find people who are helping. So at this time, be a helper. And really, social media allows you to not only show that you are being a helper, and I'll talk about that. Sometimes we have some practices that are worried that they're maybe bragging on social media, but it's not bragging when, I feel like it's not bragging when you're really encouraging others to do the same. And I've seen these examples that I've gone through, I've seen tons of examples of dental professionals that are doing great things in their community, and it's really inspired me to try to think about things that I could do in my community to help out during this time. So we know a lot of practices are donating supplies to their local hospital. Here's a post here, Fairman Orthodontics that donated face masks and gloves to their local hospital. You'll see from the engagements, they had 408 people that liked it, 58 comments, 141 people shared this post. And then one of the comments from someone in the community, it says, as a healthcare worker, this makes me want to cry. I'm sorry this has affected your business, but I thank you for your kindness and generosity in these difficult times. To which Fairman Orthodontics responded, it's a challenging time for all of us. Thank you for everything you and all the other healthcare workers are doing to keep us safe. If we can help, even if it's only a little, we consider it a victory. So again, relationships, reputation in your community. Here's another post that was done by Providence Mount St. Vincent, same thing, they donated supplies, 106 likes, 12 comments, 26 shares. And I love this comment, it says, wow, really cool. He's my dentist and just got a lifetime of loyalty. And then someone that shared the post said, I know I chose the right dentist. So again, when the people like to do business with people they like and people that are serving and helping other people. And if this builds a lifetime of loyalty from a patient that sees a post like this, it's completely worth it, right? Here's another one, Heinz Little Smiles, Pediatric Dentistry. They've been a client of ours for a while, and they posted this. They got 479 reactions, 39 comments, 41 shares. And I love this comment because it's from a team member of Heinz Little Smiles. And Linda says, being a part of Dr. Heinz' team only makes me appreciate her more and more each day. Not for what she has done for me or my coworkers, but how she looks out for our community always. Such a giving staff behind her as well. So that culture that you're trying to build in your practice, as your team members see you doing great things, they feel proud to be part of your practice. This was a post that actually was shared by Village of Holly Fire Department. So it wasn't even a post that the practice posted, but the fire department tagged the practice, right? So the fire department has probably a lot of followers, and they said, thank you to Creative Smiles Dental Group for coming and donating materials. And that post got a lot of comments and a lot of shares. So the way that this, when you do good, the way that it spreads in your community through social media is very powerful. All right, we're seeing a lot of practices supporting their local community. And if you're able to go out and maybe do curbside pickup at a restaurant or a store or whatever, you can post about that and tag that business and try to support them and tell your followers why you like that business and what they're doing during this time of social distancing to build relationships with people in your community. And then find any way to help. I've seen, this was a post by Morristown Orthodontics. It says, here is Teresa making phone calls for the New York Department of Health. She is scheduling people for drive-through testing. She found a way to help, all right? So Lou talked a little bit about maybe the opportunity will come soon where practices could actually do some of this testing. But Teresa found a way to make calls for the Department of Health to schedule people for testing. So reach out to your local community leaders or the hospital or whatever to figure out ways you can help. I know a big thing right now is hospitals are people are going to hospitals for emergency care for dental treatment, and it's crowding the hospitals. So if you can reach out to your local hospital and say that you're available for dental emergencies, people could start referring their patients that call in for dental emergencies to your practice. So that would just be a way that you can help the hospital not have so many people packed in there right now. Here's another post. It says, This is from Pediatric Kids on Park. It says, "We hope you and your families are all staying healthy and safe. Did you know Rose, one of our dental hygienists, is a talented quilter? Recently, she has made a variety of custom masks and donated them to St. Francis Hospital so staff members could wear them over their N95 masks. Check out some of her great designs that add a little more color to everyone's day at the hospital. Thank you, Rose, for your generosity." All right, so there's lots of ways to help, and we hope that you can find these ways. It's not bragging if you post about it. It really is encouraging people in your community to do the same. All right, next, number 6, share dental advice. I would advise that you make a list right now while you're at home. Make a list of your most asked questions when you're in the office and answer them. And there's a couple ways you can do this. You can do this just with a video. Dr. Miyazaki at Miyazaki Dental, he just makes these little posts and shows people how to brush their teeth. There's one about how to wash their hands. You know, all these questions that he gets every day, he just teaches people how to do that through a quick little tutorial video. And again, they're not polished, they're not cut super well. It's just him talking to his patients. And so I would advise that that could be something that you could do. Here's one from Placerville Orthodontics, and he does the same thing. I'll show you a little bit of this video.
Hello, Dr. Sanders here. I wanted to go over Invisalign instructions for my Invisalign patients. There's 2 main factors with Invisalign on how well it will work. First is how much they're worn. So we're shooting to wear them 22 hours a day. That's all the time except eating and brushing. The second factor is how...
Another idea here that I would advise that you do is make a quick video about what a true dental emergency is. Many of you are open right now for dental emergencies, but people, your patients probably don't know what that means. So to just explain that really quickly will really help alleviate that confusion. Another idea from Berrien Dental is show your followers that you are learning how to best care for your patients. So if you're watching, you're watching this webinar right now, you could say that you're watching a webinar to learn about all these different things that are happening in the industry so that you can better prepare for when you open. This post here, he says, Dr. Christie is taking continuing education from home. He is participating in virtual fast start laser training on our Fotana light walker laser. He cannot wait to see your smiles in person again, and you can ask him about the class. So show that you're using your time productively. All right, number 7, post updates, changes, and improvements. As you all know, the situation on this changes on a daily basis. So you're gonna wanna keep your followers updated on what's going on in your office as much as you can. Not necessarily what's going on with the crisis. You don't have to post everything about what's happening, that there's already enough information on that on social media, but what's happening specifically in your office and how you're preparing to either reopen or what you're doing to change. This was a great post where they actually put the caption right over the top. It says the date of when the update is. Lou talked about a lot of new technology, right, that are available right now for your practices. If you have decided or are going to decide on purchasing one of these new devices, it would be something great for you to post on social media. So you can see Rachel E. Gold, DMD, they decided to purchase it says here, it's a surgically clear air unit to put in their office. And they said they're the first in Kentucky to have this unit, and they explain what it does. And there's 4 bullet points there of why this is a great device and how it's going to help them stay safe and their patients stay safe. So as your patients prepare to come back to the office, tell them what you're doing right now to keep them safe when they come back in. Here's another post of this was a little boomerang that was done that shows the practice cleaning the office and the ways that they're keeping things clean, or what they're wearing, the equipment and the safety protection that they're wearing, and why they're wearing those things. This is good to show your patients. Here's a couple little videos that I've seen as practices are preparing to reopen. and you can do this now or later, or when it's coming closer to maybe the time that you're able to reopen. These were a couple orthodontic offices, and some of these, I think Michael Richards Orthodontics was actually open right now, but he just showed the ways, what they're doing in their office right now to social distance. So let me just show a little bit of this.
So I thought I would just show you how we at Michael Richards Orthodontics are practicing social distancing. Most of our team is here. We have a couple who are not. They have not come in for this past week. But we're still here and trying to advance the work of the practice, although most of that work is taking care of you. So let's just go on a little tour here and let me show you what everybody is up to. So we've got Tara and Andrea working here. Tara, how you doing?
Oh, great. Just staying busy. We miss you guys. Hope you're staying safe.
Awesome. Andrea, what are you working on?
I'm working on ordering to make sure I have all the stuff we need for you when you guys come back. Stay safe and healthy and keep your distance.
Hey, so here Elise is working in the lab. Tell us what you're up to, Elise.
I'm working on our digital printing and making sure everything's clean and organized, so when all of our patients come back, everything will be sanitary for them. We miss seeing you guys.
Awesome. Thanks, Elise.
You're welcome.
Carry on. Hey, Jeannie.
Hello.
How you doing in here? You're really able to isolate in here, aren't you?
Yes, I get my own little bubble I can stay in and stay nice and clean.
All right, so it's kind of a...
Hey Frost family, it's Dr. Nichols. We're so excited to see you for your next appointment. We've missed you so much. We wanted to take you through some of the extra precautions that we're taking this week and in coming weeks to ensure the safety of you, your family, and our team. So I'm gonna be the patient. We're gonna walk through the office and let's see what's going on. All right. Hey Caitlin, how's it going?
Hi, Ken. How are you, Dr. Nichols?
So awesome. I'm just so excited for my adjustment today.
That's good. We're excited for you to be here. So come on over here. We're going to have you first use some hand sanitizer.
Okay, I can do that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Aaron, do you mind checking Dr. Nichols in?
Absolutely. Thanks, Aaron.
Thank you. And then we're going to have you sign this consent form. It asks if you are over 100 degrees, if you have traveled, anything like that. So if you can have that filled out, and while you're doing that, I'm going to check your temperature if that's okay.
Good. Yep, sounds good to me.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so you get the idea of that. Again, I know it's different in everybody's situation and where you live. You might not be able to do this right now if no one's in your office, obviously, but eventually you will reopen. And I think creating a video like this would be really helpful for your patients to see what to expect when they come in your office and what you are doing. A lot of the things that Lou talked about, what are you doing to prepare for that, and what can the patient expect when they come in? So social media is a great way to do that. Number 8, share good news. One of our friends, Christy Bolts, had this great idea of just sharing good things that are happening in your community and using the hashtag your city. So put your city in there and then good news, or your city still smiling. And there's so much bad news out there and so much that is scary. To be a little bit of a, some fresh air that a patient can see that you're sharing good things happening. I saw this video the other day. You might want to look it up. It's John Krasinski from The Office. Many of you know him and love The Office. He created a little network, a little channel called SGN. I think it's Share Good News, and it's just all good news that he's presenting. So you can get some ideas from him. It's a really great video. I touched on this a little bit, but number 9 is post relevant content responsibly. There is so much about COVID-19 information out there. You don't need to post everything that you hear about COVID-19. You could post things that are happening in your micro community, and that would maybe be helpful to just post things that are really relevant to your patients. But don't just repost things that haven't been fact checked. Maybe this goes without saying, but there's so much out there that's misinformation and fake news about this. So make sure you fact check things, make sure to only post things that are relevant. Number 10, keep posting. I can't emphasize this enough. Consistent posting. It shows One, that you're available. So a lot of times when I go to a practice's Facebook page or Instagram page, I look at when their last post was. And if it was yesterday, there's a good chance that someone is watching that page. Someone's in charge of their social media. So I know that if I send them a message, that I'll probably get a response back quickly. If I go to their Facebook page, which a lot of people are doing right now, and the last post was 3 months ago, I know that if I send them a message, I am not going to get a response back because nobody is watching that page, right? Nobody is posting consistently for the most part. At least I feel that way if I don't see that they post recently. So one, it shows availability. Two, consistent posting is good for the Facebook and Instagram algorithm. So as you know, Facebook and Instagram have an algorithm of what they show people that follow the accounts. And if you're posting consistently, it shows that you're providing relevant information. And if people are engaging with that post, it shows that people are interested in what you're posting. And so Facebook will show that content to more people. So if you can post consistently, I've seen a couple of questions that are just how often, should I post every day? I don't think necessarily you have to post every single day, but keep it consistent enough so that when someone visits your page, they know that, you know, whether it was yesterday or a couple days ago, it just shows that consistency and availability. Sometimes, especially right now, it's hard to post really personal photos of team members. That's something that we encourage at My Social Practice. But when you're not with your team members right now, you might just want to post a graphic. And graphics are still good if they create a conversation and engagement. And so again, in our downloadable pack that we're providing, we have a bunch of graphics that have questions in them that are just fun for right now while everybody's social distancing. So drop a happy song in the comments. What's on your social distancing reading list? Comment with your favorite way to work out at home. Just different things that are upbeat and happy and prompt people to engage with those posts. So you can download those as well. This is what the page looks like that you'll be able to download that social media kit. Again, I want to emphasize now is the time to create a social media strategy. And at My Social Practice, we really do want to help you with that. If you're overwhelmed right now with everything else you're trying to figure out, completely understand, we can create a strategy for you. Please contact us. I'll give you some information on how you can contact us or fill out a form. But let us help you. What we do at My Social Practice is we'll assign you one of our expert marketing consultants to customize a solution according to your practice's needs right now. So we can post for you if you want to show you're consistent. We can respond to comments right now. We can, if there's a comment that you need to reply to, we can escalate that comment directly to you through email. So you can just always be on top of your social media, especially right now. We teach that there's 4 key ways to grow your practice online. The first is social media, reviews. Reviews might be hard to get right now, a website, and SEO. And at My Social Practice, we have created a strategy to cover all of those things for you. We're actually seeing a lot of practices come to us right now that are saying, hey, I have a lot of time on my hands. I want to develop my website. I want to create my website right now while I have the time before things start getting crazy and I open my practice back up. My Social Practice, we provide websites too as part of that strategy. So please reach out to us if you want a website built, if you want to just get started with social media right now, create an Instagram page, create your Facebook page, you need content, please reach out to us. Here's my contact information. You can email me directly at blake@mysocialpractice.com. You can visit our website at mysocialpractice.com and fill out one of our contact forms, or you can call us. Our phone lines are open right now. We're all working from home, but our phone lines are open, and you can call us at 877-316-7516. All right, that's all I got.
Thank you, Blake.
Yeah,
appreciate it.